This is the misconception and the opinion of the conservative. I am here in the beautiful Wilkes-Barre, PA, with Martin Darto, thank you. And Martin, I met him not too long ago, and he had such a tremendous story to tell. And he's also running for council in his city. And I'm so excited because, you know, he is also a Black Republican. So, Martin, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for showing me around in Wilkes-Barre. It's my second time out here, guys, so I'm really excited. It's very beautiful. So let us know, Martin, where are you from? Let's start with that. Give us some information about your background.
All right. My name is Martin Darto. Originally, I was born in West Africa, Liberia. And Liberia is the oldest republic that was founded by the free slaves of America. Within Liberia, my bloodline has always been in Liberia, just like the Native American in the US. And we went through 14 years of civil war. I was born March 8, 1989. The civil war started Christmas Eve, December 24, Christmas Eve of 1989. I had a 9 month of freedom during that time. So when the war broke out, my family fled. So along with my father, my brothers and sisters, and my aunt, we crossed the border from Monrovia to Ivory Coast. It took us 2 weeks to cross the border. We couldn't move during the day. We had to move at nighttime because there were so many rebels outside. So we moved during the nighttime.
Wow.
It was hard.
Wow. So what year, because once you left your country, what city did you move to?
When I left, I came to Philadelphia. I was migrating to Philadelphia, 55th and Whitby, Southwest.
Yeah. Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
So great. Now tell us, while you were there, tell us first of all how you even got to Wilkes-Barre, PA from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because y'all, if anybody knows, it's like a 2-hour drive,
Yeah.
2 hours and 25 minutes. But what happened? I know you mentioned you had got into some trouble while you were out there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. While in Philadelphia, I went to one of the worst schools. I went to Lee on 47 and Locust, next to the old West Philly High. And due to my accent, which I still have, it was rough. I was getting picked on, bullied. All I wanted was just to obtain my education. But the education system, the kids in the school made it extremely hard. I didn't know much about the environment. So yes, I had to fight. I fight to protect myself.
Right.
And I ended up getting suspended. But what would happen when I get suspended, I would come back the next day. I would stay in the back of the class.
Okay.
So when the teacher taking the roll, she said, Mariam, I see that you got suspended. Then she would re-suspend me again. So I continued that process over and over.
Wow, it was like a cycle.
Yes, until they put me into the juvenile delinquent system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So then once that happened, you moved over to Wilkes-Barre. Okay. And then tell us what happened. You mentioned that you met some good people.
Correct.
While you were over here who helped put your life, get you back on track, basically. Tell us a little bit about that.
When I was sent over here by the Justice System Court, first they sent me at Vision Quest boot camp. I did a month of Vision Quest. There wasn't no improvement. Went back to the same environment. Then I got re-put into the system, and she sent me at St. Michael. St. Michael is pretty much school for boys. It claims to be bad kids. They had individuals coming from New York, Baltimore, so it just pretty much just piled up in one place. It's actually about 36 miles from where we were standing right now.
Wow.
And I was at St. Michael. I met a lady by the name of Miss Lorraine. She was a staff, and she asked me, have you wrestled before? I said, no, but I'm open to learn new things.
Okay.
And she said, okay, cool. They sent me down to the group home, because St. Michael, they had the main facility, and plus they had 3 group homes. One group home was in Williamsport, one was in West Piston, and the other was in Tunkhannock on Putnam Street. I visited all 3. I liked the environment, but I chose Tunkhannock because it was nice and peaceful. I don't have to worry about violence, gunshot. Well, it was just a lot of deers and animals running around.
Wow. Okay. Great. So, Okay, so Martin, moving on, tell us why you actually are running for office. What inspired you to run, and what are some things that you think should change?
I didn't wake up to run for politics at all. It happened through dreams. When I was living across the bridge at 70 Market Street, I had a dream.
Okay.
And I woke up, I went, because I was wrestling, at that time I was in college, King's College. I woke up and I went to the wrestling room and I asked my coach, Coach McGinley. I said, Coach McGinley, I want to make a difference in my community. Then he told me, there's a young man around your age, his name was Aaron Crawford, who was running for state rep in the 120th district. He gave me the address. I walked to his office. I knocked on the door. Being a minority, a black guy, the lady immediately got up. She said, "Are you looking for a job?" I said, "No, ma'am. I'm here to make a difference." And that happened to be his mother. The reason why I got involved is the fact I heard so much pain of the struggling people within this community who had lived in this area for so long, but no one had mustered up the courage to say, you know what, enough is enough. So that was one of the reasons why I did that and got highly involved. It was
Wow. Awesome. Well, I do, let's touch on when you said when you first got here to Wilkes-Barre, there were voter registrators outside,
Yes.
and you were walking past and they told you to register to vote, but what did they tell you to register as? Let's talk about that. Yes, we want to know, because I know you told me, so let's bring it up, because this is a real thing happening, okay? And we're being, forced into a party that, we may not even know much about, but because we are a certain skin color,
it just
they think
automatically.
But tell the story.
I was walking around the community and I was not registered, and a female came. She was with a guy. They said, "Oh, are you registered to vote?" I said, "No, I'm not registered to vote." And she said, "You should register to vote." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because you're black. Register as a Democrat because you're black." I said, "Whoa, what do you mean register to vote as a register because I'm the color of my skin?"
Right.
And so that's something that kept into my mind.
So they automatically thought,
they automatically thought that being black, I'm automatically a Democrat. Which I did, until when I realized how destructive that the party has become, and some of the ideology with allowing men to go into girls' bathroom, place that's men playing girls' sports, and all those things. I said, no, I had to reevaluate myself and say, you know what? I came from the oldest republic. There's nothing within the Liberian national anthems that says Democrat. I said no, so I immediately switched my party.
Wow. To Republican.
Yes.
Wow. And how have you been? How has the party welcomed you, or do you feel like you don't fit in? Did they welcome you with open arms? Do they support you? Tell us a little bit about that. Once you did change your party to Republican.
The party welcomed me with open arms because there are a lot of good people who cares, and majority of those people, for example, my mentor, Greg Griffin.
Okay. Shout out to Greg. Thank you, Mr. Greg.
That man, we have known each other for a long time. We have been out into the community, the highway, cleaning up litters, garbage, and trying to make the community and the environment extremely beautiful. Make it extremely changeable and welcoming people with open arms. Wow. So I had no trouble or no problem, even though in this area I'm the only black minority as a Republican that goes to council meeting or be around with the party officials and stuff like that. But we're just looking forward that by God's will we can bring more of our people, because one of the objectives, we need to unite together. Get involved.
Well, let me ask you, especially within the black community, how can we, focus on getting people to understand why we are in a certain party, which is the Republican Party, like what is, because at the end of the day, we as Black people, a lot of us do have conservative values, honestly.
Yes.
Where do you think the disconnect is as to why they continue to support the Democratic Party?
The disconnect is the fact that we are not out there reaching out, putting boots on the ground, talking to our neighbors, or knocking on doors and setting up a little town hall meeting for all of us to sit down together and get a better understanding. The reason why the Democrat continue to win is the fact that they want to hand out free stuff,
right?
Free Section 8 housing, welfare, and all those things.
Yeah.
It makes the people lazy and depend on the government. But we as a Republican, we want to create programs, whether you're a plumber, a short-term program, whether you're a plumber, to get you certified so you can be able to sustain yourself and build homes, get money from Washington through our Congress people like Rob Resnahan, Dan Muser, Brendan Pugh, all those guys, and Alice Brancavich, who is a great young man, get money from Washington to bring it down into Luzerne County to build homes. Because Luzerne County, the honest truth, we have so many land. We have so many lands.
It's a lot of land.
Yeah, we can build so many homes, affordable homes, if the people willing to work. Because we're not just going to hand you stuff out for free.
Right.
You have to earn it. Because nothing comes for free. Even if you're getting something for free, there are people who are paying it.
Right. Taxpayer dollars.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Martin, let's talk about this huge scandal that recently happened, Kids for Cash. Now, Kids for Cash was a detention center set up, and every time a juvenile was arrested, and they would get arrested for petty crimes, okay, they were sent to this juvenile detention center out in Lucerne County.
Yes.
And what would happen is every time a child was sent there, the judge, and his name was Mark Chavello, he would get a stipend off of each child that was sent there. And this was a Democratic judge. Yeah. And basically, they continued that process until it hit the fan, right? So tell us a little bit about that and what happened.
Yeah. The Kids for Cash scandal was something that really impacted the community, especially the hardworking blue-collar American, let's say the poor people. It affected them tremendously. And one of the judges, Chavarella and Michael Conaghan, they were all connected, and they have a guy who, by the name of Miracle, he did not do no jail time, I believe. I don't think he did any jail time. They gave him probation. He built a juvenile center and his objective, his main goal was to fill the center up. So they didn't care what you did. You can steal bubble gum from the store. They will send you away. But when they send the kids away, take away from their family, they're all Democrats too. So when they send the kids away, they were receiving kickback. And when they were receiving kickback, it became a huge, major scandal within the community.
You mentioned that Joe Biden, former President Joe Biden, once that case went to court and everything, Joe Biden pardoned him.
Yes, he was pardoned in 2024.
So, yeah, wow. And, this is one of the things that we talk about, Democrats using, the community and people that look like us to benefit financially, off our struggles, off of things that we go through. They're making money off of us. And we said this so many times, and this is just one of the things. And I bet you a lot of people, especially, in Philadelphia, don't even know or, have any clue about what happened with this case, So I thank you for bringing that to my attention, because that's very important to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thanks.
So, and you mentioned that a kid committed suicide because of what he went through.
Yes.
Yeah, it affected
Trauma.
him. Yeah, that trauma. Yeah.
Wow. I met a lot of young men who were affected by it. I remember it destroyed so many lives. But when the kids became known and was brought into the eyes of the public, they had to throw all the cases away. For every case that he processed, he and Michael Conaghan, for every case that they processed, they had to throw it away.
Wow.
And a young man that I met in St. Michael who was part of the Kids for Cash scandal, he wanted to go into the military. But with the situation that happened with the Kids for Cash, that blocked him.
Yeah.
So after the kids got thrown away, he finally, I remember the last time when I saw him, it was on a Friday night, walking down the square, and he was walking and said, "Hey Martin, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing great." He said, "Yeah, guess what?" I said, "What?" He said, "I'm going to boot camp tomorrow for the Army." Yeah, I gave him a hug and I wish him well because he was a good young man who wants to change his life and make a difference.
Right.
And not only that the kids were thrown out, they had a huge class lawsuit with all the kids that was affected. But what is money?
Right.
What is money?
Because mentally you're still messed up.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get into the voter registration fraud that's been going on out in Wilkes-Barre, PA. Tell us a little bit about that. What's been happening?
During the last election, we had one of the election director who is a city council member, a Democrat, obviously, Beth Gilbert. She was the director for the election bureau. And one of the scandals that took place, it was during that time period when Biden was running for office. And the Dominion machine, the people does not want the Dominion machine. We want paper ballot. But they fought, along with the county manager, who is pretty much, that's another story of her, had Beth Gilbert into that position. And during the election, they ran out of paper. How can it wasn't a paper ballot, but it was just paper that once you vote through the machine, you print it out.
Right.
And there was so many errors that was happening, misspells of names. Republican wanted to go vote. It was all a list of Democrats.
Wow.
So the people say it didn't only happen in Ward 7, but it happened throughout different part of the voting on the voting location. So people got concerned as to what happened.
Right.
That excuse was it was a human error.
A human error.
Yeah, how can it be a human error?
Right.
I feel that it was done, in my opinion,
Intentionally.
It was done intentionally.
Yes.
To steal the election and steal votes.
To steal the election. That's voter fraud.
Yeah.
And like you said, they ran out of paper, and then two, they didn't even have the Republican candidates on the ballots.
Correct.
So when I hear people say, "Oh, the Republicans are stealing the elections," this is coming from a person who's, not yet a politician, who has witnessed voter fraud.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming from the side of the Democratic Party.
Yes.
Okay. So, but finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. So those are some of the things that took place in this area, and there's more to come. And another issue having to do with kids. Van Swan with the children and youth.
Okay.
She was sending kids to foster homes.
Who? What was her name?
Van Swan.
Okay.
She was a director for the children and youth. Another crooked lying Democrat sent kids away to families' homes.
Wow.
And majority of those kids were affected because how you gonna send a child to someone's home, not even doing the proper procedure with the background?
Right. Right, proper procedures, and that's the thing. So how Democrats are out here talking about due process with the illegals, but they're not doing due process with our own people that are here legally, but go ahead.
Yeah. So we brought that up. A good friend of mine, Beth Hartman, and we used to go to the courthouse every day with our blowhorn and just give them hell. We gave them help because her children were affected through the system of the children and youth. So when the kids finally brought it out into the light to inform the people, people became pissed off. They became pissed off, and guess what? They gave her pension.
Wow.
Even though we missed so much call to not give her a pension. So you know what we did? We did a research. It wasn't her first rodeo.
Okay.
She did that stuff, I think, down in Dufflin County, somewhere in Philadelphia, or Bucks County. She did a similar situation, similar corruption that have to do with kids in the 90s.
Wow. So, wow, that's, man, you are leaking everything. Oh, man. Listen, firstly, I just want to say thank you for informing us, informing the people of what is happening, the corruption that's going on with the judges. What can we do to make sure that this does not continue to happen?
We need to inform our people, and we need to sit down, put boots on the ground, because I like the old days. Put boots on the ground, use social media, inform the people, and unite together, because we are the majority. I feel that we are so divided because of party. You got the radical left, Democrat, pushing that agenda, that corrupting the mind, and just giving out free stuff. While on the right side, we care about the blue collar working American who built this nation, the hardworking people. All we want to do is get our people to be independent, whether it's through trades, whether you're a plumber or carpentry or whatever it is, to be able to sustain yourself and be able to purchase homes. Because what would happen if the government collapsed? Those that are receiving the Section 8 and the welfare.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, how would it be able to survive? What's going to happen? We're just going to go to war with each other. But we as a minority, the black and the browns, we need to unite together. We need to get our voice out there. We need to send that information out and reach out to people. That's how we can fight for change. Because if we don't do that, it's just going to continue, the circle just going to continue to go from generation to generation.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Martin. And I look forward to seeing you run and winning the election for your city.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you guys so much for watching.
And I will let you know if there's more corruption.
Yes, please do.